Good evening, YouTubers, and welcome to another review today, movie review. As you see at the top of the title, and it's sorry, put cat next to them. As you can see, it's just a cat. It's no CGI. I think it's a real cat. You see, and it's a review. Sorry, and it's a review of a film called Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and so as you see, good film. I watched it tonight. Right, it's the first time. And it's the first time I've ever seen this film. And this film stars Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, who were together. Of course, now they've got like a divorce thing going off, like a feud, what we call it, because they've had a falling out. You know, they're split up now. Cause see what she's saying to him, what she said, whatever. So yeah, this is when they first got together, and this is like a 2005 film. 2005, yeah, good. And I watched it tonight. It's the first time I've actually seen it, right? Because when I bought it, someone said it's a good film, and they play two like a couple, right? They get together, like they like talking. And this film shows you 5 years, 6 years later, or 6 years later, 5 or 6 years later. So I'm sitting on the floor because I've got cat ears on this, but my chair cat's been sitting there. So anyway, so it's Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. They play like couple who got married, and it's film like kind of goes 6 years later, 5 or 6 years. It kind of goes back, and the guy's voice sounds familiar. Who talks to him? Who talks to him? Anyway, it could be. I could be wrong. They play John and Jane Smith, and they both play that assassins, but they don't know that they're actually assassins. Each other's assassins until later on in the film that they find out that both of them have been lying to each other, and of course, you know, they've got to, you know. I'll get to that bit in a bit. Yeah, the police like they're assassins, right? And then of course they've got to find this target called, what was it called? Target called the tank or something. And they try to kill him, but then they both go for the same target, and then they find out later in the film that they're trying to, you know, like they're both like assassins, and they're well, so they try to, you know, kill each other. They really don't like each other, because actually the interesting part is that they don't like each other. Even they don't know. They kind of like talk to each other a little bit, and that's it. They're kind of like bored of each other at the beginning, and they don't like each other until later on when they find out they're both assassins, and they kind of like spices things up between them both, because they both like enjoy what they're doing in a way, you can tell. And like I said, they both kind of they both got chemistry. That's what I like about these two. It's a shame that they're split up. God, look at them now. It's completely different now. They just don't like each other now, bro. Yeah, it's really good, really well acted, actually really good story. It kind of reminds me of a film called True Lies, Arnold Schwarzenegger film, directed by James Cameron. Great film, not as good as that, but still pretty good, I'd say. Quite a lot of special beats on there. Back to, like I said, this is the first time I've actually watched it. This is like a 2012. This is like a 12-year-old film, not 2012. And I remember when it first came out in cinema. The next minute, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are together. I thought, hey, wow. The picture quality looks fantastic. I was like, wow, really good quality. This picture it looks really good for a 12-year-old film. Actually, it's not really old 12-year-olds, but because now, you know, it looks like a completely new film. You know, it looks really new. Like I said, they both got chemistry. They're both great, and they, you know, they like the humour. Like I like the part where when they get their weapons right. It's like, you know, when the saying like bring what's that saying called? Bringing your work home or something. Bringing your work home or something. And there's one part where he actually literally brings his work to work. It's weird. It's one scene where he goes into the room. He goes into this room. Right, presses a button next to me. His thing comes up. So what comes up? A computer. So, and it's like her where she hides a gun in this like it's like a microwave. I think it's a microwave. Is it a cooker? Something like it's like in the wall. And she presses this button, right? It's like she turns this thing next to it, his guns pop up. It's like they both got secrets in the house, and they don't know that they're hidden in the house. They don't know they're actually assassins. They're working for two organisations until later on where they're going to try killing each other. And there's a bit of a twist on why they're going for each other. It's like there's a bit of a twist in the film. It's really good actually. There's one cool scene where they have a shootout in the house, right? It's like it's a really good scene. They're both having like a shootout in the house, right? You know, beating the hell out of each other, and then they start having sex. I mean, why not? It kind of reminds me of a Buffy episode where Spike and Buffy are beating the hell out of each other and they start having sex. It's like it's a bit like that. But yeah, really good film. I'm gonna give a rating in a bit out of 10. 1 out of 10. Yeah. Oh, it's still got a bit of an itch about. Yeah, it's like they're like beating the hell out of each other. Next bit they're having sex, and that kind of like, and then the next bit they're gonna get together. And the first one they're kind of trying to kill each other. Next bit they get together. The next bit there are people are after them because they're not. You know, there's a bit of a twist in what happens, like why they're after them, and so it's really good. What other scenes do I like? There's a lot of good scenes. There's part where they've got to get the tank. They got Brad Pitt's character has got to get Mr. John Smith. Is it John? John Smith's got to get this guy from this tank guy, and they have to get him from this prison cell or something, some kind of cell. That scene was good. The car chase was good. I like the car chase. It's like one part where they're driving in this car right and getting chased by these people. And the next minute is Air Supply songs comes up. Na 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 na. No, ain't nothing at all. That song, yeah. How's that lyric go? And that part, so it's pretty cool scene. The next bit is like the action scenes are really well done. It's like one part where she shoots the car around, the car's just like whoosh, going flying like that. It's a pretty cool scene. Really good action scenes. Like I said, they both got chemistry. I mean, Brad Pitt's on form, Angelina Jolie's on form. But to be honest, you wouldn't know actually anything between them because it's like they're acting, man. Not like they're acting, but they've definitely got a lot of chemistry between them. I suppose in a way you shouldn't be surprised. Having sex with Laura Croft, you know, she's great as Laura Croft. Yeah, good effects, really well done. Good action scenes. I like the part where there's one part where the house blows up and it's like this massive explosion because it this fuel thing, right? The next bit the house just goes, and I think, wow, you know, they wouldn't have survived that. There's no way. And the last bit of the movie, there's one part. There's part of the they're in this at the shot part at the end. Like, they have this massive shootout with these people, right? And the scene's pretty cool. I like that part. I actually thought they got shot because they like wearing these bulletproof vests or something. I thought they actually got shot. So. But yeah, they're like it kind of reminds me of Metal Gear. The shootout at the end kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 4 way. Meryl and what's his name? Meryl, the other character. Is it John? Meryl. Anyway, they're having like a shootout with all these other, you know, and they're like both like swapping, you know, giving each other ammo and stuff like that. It's pretty cool scene. I bet they got the idea from that, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, because it did remind me of that scene. Good music, good action scenes. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, they play assassins, and you know, they find out. Of course, they do find out eventually that they're assassins. Both assassins, and it's quite funny. I thought that part was kind of weak. The only part I'm beef with the way they find out who they are, and I thought, huh? It's not that part kind of. The only part I had a problem with is they find out who they are. I thought that was a bit weak, and they could have done a bit more smart and clever. They could have done a bit more clever than that scene. That part was a bit weak because they kind of went, huh? How can you know each? I don't know. I don't know. I thought that scene was kind of weak actually. That's the only beef I have that film. Apart from that, it was a good film. Find out, you know, when they find out who they are, I thought that was a bit weak, you know. But apart from that, the action scenes are great. Well acted, and they're both good together. So yeah, too bad they're not together anymore. So I'm gonna give this rating I give this film an 8 out of 10 because I thought it was really good. I thought certain parts were like bugging me a little bit, but apart from that, really good film. Good action film. Not perfect, I never said. Not as good as films like True Lies. Who, yeah, those films were smart as hell. That film was clever as hell. But yeah, good, really good. 8 out of 10 for that. I like these. They're both good together. No, I mean, she does really well. She knows how to handle a gun. He knows how to handle a gun. So yeah, they're both pretty good. Good together. And like I said, it's the first time I've actually seen that, so it's quite a oldish film. To me, it's an oldish film because it's like 12-year-old. But yeah, not really old. You know, old as in 20-year-old film, but yeah, yeah. So good film. Give it a try, guys. It's really well acting. Great action scenes, and they're two. Like I said, those two are great together. And it's the first time I've seen this film, so yeah. So I agree with that person at HMV for saying it's good. It's a very good film. So Okay, that's my end of the review. I'm gonna watch the rest of Jag for a bit. I'm almost finished Jag now, so hey. Right, okay, before I go off, follow my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Subscribe to this channel, and comment so on. And you know, if you like this film, put comments if you like this film. If not, then fine. We either disagree or agree on something. So yeah, so follow me out, guys, and check it out. It's an awesome film. Have a nice day, guys. Did I say gay, guys? Have a nice day, guys, and people, YouTubers, and hope you have a nice day. Comments to the bottom, and better we go. So have a nice night. Bye.